Thanks so much for taking time out of your day to chat, Ken.
Thank you very much.
We just wrapped up an event hosted by the East Campus Council called Live and Unfiltered, a chat with Ken Jeong. Would you consider yourself a very lively and unfiltered person?
I think it really comes to being, are you an introvert or extrovert? And part of me is extroverted. Otherwise, I wouldn't be, I think, doing entertainment for a living. But I also think there's a part of me that is definitely introverted, and I grew up a shy kid. So a lot of people who go into performing, I see that often where you start out shy and introverted, and performing in many ways is a way of dealing with that and reaching out and being more extroverted. But I think now it's like literally equally 50-50. Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think something also very profound is that you've delved into both medicine and comedy.
Yeah.
And I think both of those fields deal with people in their vulnerable states, and also it's very human in nature.
Yeah.
Is there something you've learned about human nature just by being in those two areas?
I think it's a great question. I think that being a physician, it's all about the human condition. And I really do think it's not just treating an ailment or treating a disease and then doing it robotically. I think as a primary care physician, I was there with them all the duration when I practiced medicine. So I think before, as I said in the interview, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the main overlap I think medicine and entertainment has is you're connecting with people. Obviously entertainment in different ways, but both at their best can be very impactful. And I never thought about that initially when I left medicine to do comedy. I did it just because I loved it. It was something I wanted to express. It was really all within. I just had to do it. Whether I did it full time or not, but I just had a passion to do it. And then now I recognize the impact entertainment can have. And I think the public knows when you're doing it genuinely and with joy. And I think that's why I've been blessed to have a long career, because you can't fake joy and enthusiasm. You know what I mean? And this is coming from an actor where it's all, you're playing a part. But I think even when I'm playing a dramatic role, I'm having fun. If that makes sense.
I think that definitely comes off.
Yeah.
What's the hardest project you've worked on?
That's a great question. I mean, if you really, really think about it, to get academic, every project is full of challenges. Even the seemingly easy project has its challenges because you can underestimate it. Oh, this is a comedy I've done this kind of comedy. You don't want to go in being complacent. The challenge is always from within. And sometimes the most challenging ones are the ones that you underestimate. I think it's always good when you're going to a project to, as best you can, try to respect each and every project with the same respect and enthusiasm, and willing to adapt and pivot and learn, And it's hard to do. It's hard to practice what you preach, but I do think that the beauty of entertainment is you really are an independent contractor just going through different jobs. What you learn from these challenges are additive. They can help you with other jobs in the future, but it's an ongoing thing. Early in my career, one of the most challenging and fulfilling roles I had was Role Models. This movie I did where I played a live action role play king, and it's all LARPing. I didn't know anything about LARPing prior to that. I did research on it, and it was challenging in the sense that it wasn't a role I could easily access. Like I'm a physician or, where I could access that and knocked up. And I wanted to play it accurately. So I watched documentaries, I read books, and I went to LARPing events. We had a LARPing advisor on set, and I would improvise and LARP speak, and that was a lot of fun. I think academically, that was one of my most challenging, most fulfilling ones. If you watch that movie, I'm definitely it's been 18 years since I've shot the movie, so I don't even remember half the terms I've learned. It was just really immersing myself into a role. And that was a lot of fun. Awesome. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
It seems really intellectually stimulating, and also to absorb yourself completely into a role that's unique and very something you have to be passionate about.
Yeah, and it was, like you said, very challenging to try to pull it off and make it believable. And I played kind of the head LARPer, the guy who was better than everybody else. So I knew the challenge was immense, where I really had to know that world. I had to do a lot of research, a couple months in advance.
That's powerful.
Yeah, it was fun.
Something you mentioned earlier was that life throws a lot of curveballs at you, and you can't really expect those things, even with the most seemingly simple things. And sometimes life is comedic in the fact that what I think is the most simple ends up being something that maybe is a really, really hard challenge. And something that you mentioned in today's talk was to fill your cup, to be able to deal with those step backs, and that life is, again, a marathon, not a sprint. Is there something you do to fill your cup beyond comedy and acting, which you love? And basketball.
That's great. I think life, I'm married, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and the older I get, at 56, you think about other things as well. But I won't lie to you, I'm a pretty simple guy, and to me, it's really health, family, and passion in that order. You have to be healthy, and for me, I've been blessed to have amazing family support in what I do, and I want to be supportive of my own family and what they do, and then passion about what I do. And I think those are intertwined. I think if you're healthy, then you can explore your passion in the most optimal way. If you have good family support, then it gives you confidence and just the comfort. And I think going into any field knowing that you have the support, just do your best. So I think those are all intertwined. And I think being passionate and doing what I love to do also trickles down to my family gets to see me that, oh, he's happy doing what he loves to do. And that can help your health. So all that can kind of interweave. Yeah.
I like the way you explain that. It
Yeah.
seems those pillars are incredibly crucial, but then you have, on top of that, your ABCs, acting, basketball, comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they're very symbiotic.
Yes, very symbiotic, exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
To end off,
Sure.
How are you thinking about success right now? What is defining success for you? Or is that a state that you're thinking that you're currently in?
I felt I was a success when I made the difficult decision to pursue this full time, like 20 years ago. Because if I told myself it's not about becoming famous or rich or well known. If I could just be a working actor, that was my goal. And I don't think I actually expressed that enough in this talk. But when I left my job, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be Mr. Chow. Like oh no, I just want to be a working actor. I just want to do what I love to do for a living. And I think there's a lot of value in being, a character actor. The dream was like you'd be seen in the grocery store and go like, hey, were you that guy in that thing? Oh my gosh, that was amazing. Thank you. And just the pat on the back. Yeah. I didn't need more than that. And to be blessed with way more than that now, it's overwhelmingly like such an honor. Like I can't even, I feel like my reality is greater than my dreams. My dreams was just to be a working actor. Wow. So to me, I'm not perfect, but at my best, I try to look at every job and everything I do right now as a value add. Like I'm already good. Like I already have had the career that I've wanted and then some. This is beyond my dreams. I remember my dad actually helped me with that. He said, don't go for fame, just go for being good at what you do. And he was talking about my acting. And he was just talking, just be a good actor. So then after the Hangover happened, it's just beyond my dreams. But that's that habit of I just want to be passionate and good at what I do and just to do my best. It's never going to be perfect. And I've never had a perfect performance. I've never had a perfect anything, but life is not perfect. Mm-hmm. So, but I can do the absolute best I can and then go to bed at night like it was like basketball terms. I left it all on the floor. I did the absolute best. Win, lose, or draw. I tried. And I think that is kind of where I'm at right now. I do want people to know, like, I care, and I think that to me is where I'm at. Like, I want to care about everything I do, like whether it's talking to you or whether it's doing this talk or whether it's doing a movie or whether it's doing a TV show. Just, I want to care about everything I'm doing right now, and I think trying to slow my brain down too and not think too far distantly and think about, okay, what are we doing right now? Like, why am I talking to Eileen? Why is Eileen asking these questions? Just staying.
Elaine.
Yeah, Elaine.
No problem.
See, I guess I'm not that much in the moment.
Okay. As you said, a life not perfect is still wonderful. No worries.
Yeah, my dad said life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. I care that her name is not Eileen, and for that, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Ken.
I think we should end on that note. I think that was great. I'll go around Hollywood. I just met Eileen. She's amazing. And she's like, Ken, it's Elaine. Let me finish. Eileen. Don't forget her name.
Thank you so much for your time today, Ken.
Elaine.